if a boy child is to carry out some strong things, a girl child carries out soft things. Because even right from the beginning in the Bible, it is still said that they are the weaker vessel.
I know men is designed to do those hard things, like the ones that the women cannot do.
Yeah.
But that's still not the yardstick for men not to get involved in the soft things, like you say. With all your full strength and your full chest, you can't lay your bed, you can't wash your plates. I know some guys, they will be seriously hungry, full stuff in the kitchen. Is that they wait or they go outside?
Since I was born, I never saw my dad in the kitchen.
You go out and you come back tired, hungry. You cook your food. Abi, you go out and go and buy food.
Then why did I marry?
Okay, so the role of your wife is to cook
Is
food
to
for
cook
you
for you.
and prepare it for you
What
to
is
be
the role
around.
of a woman to a man?
Guys just have these preconceived ideas. Not all of them do.
Not
Most of them just have these preconceived ideas. This is what a woman is supposed to do. And when you see this girl or this lady overreaching, you feel she's doing too much. You want to clip her wings. Hello and welcome to another time with Vibe with Faith Moore, and I am your host today, Precious Emmanuel, and with me I have two wonderful young men who are going to be doing justice to the topic we have today. It's just time we just vibe, we just talk about things, and we bring our opinion, and we actually expect to hear what you think about what we're talking about. Our opinions aren't final. This is what we think about whatever we're going to talk about today, and we also want to hear from you. So, from my right, I have. Just could you introduce yourself, sir?
Yes, my name is Churchill. Good morning, everyone.
You're welcome, Mr. Churchill. And to my left, I have.
My name is Darlington. Good to have you guys again on this episode.
Yeah, this is a familiar face. You saw him last week. Okay, so back to what we want to talk about. So we've seen this. It's been happening. It's been like a norm in the society. We have a situation whereby a boy child and a girl child are raised differently in homes. Nigeria, Africa, we've seen it a lot of times over the years. And I feel the male child or male children are being surcharged because a female child is groomed to be made into a wife, a good addition to a society when she grows up, while a male child is just left on his own to just try to grapple around life and just make anything you want out of yourself, And sometimes when we see them in the society, it looks like we have fully grown and beautifully sourced and matured ladies, and then we have half-baked men out there parading themselves as I'm the man. That's the only pedigree they have to themselves. So today we want to talk about it. We want to know, why is it like that? Why has it always followed that trend? Why has our parents decided to adopt that? Not just about the upbringing, even in education, sometimes the male child is like, okay, in the old days, so a male child is more prioritized to go to school than the female children, And they'll tell you, as a lady, your own is just to, grow up and enter your husband's house. You don't have to go to school. You don't have to do anything in school. Just, learn how to cook, learn how to sweep, learn how to keep a home. When it's time for you to give birth to children, you give birth to children. That is the sum total of your life existence. But a male child is allowed to go to school, to any level of education. Thank God for today, things are a bit better. But we still have some cultures or some part of Nigeria that are still reason that way. So we are just putting it out there. We just want to talk about it, have our opinions out there, and then also hear what you have to say. So, Mr. Churchill, what has been, you've seen this, it's not a new thing, you've heard it before, you've seen it happen, you've seen it play out. So what's your thoughts on what I just talked about?
Okay, so good morning, everyone, once again. I don't think it's a societal thing.
Okay.
I think this is more like a variable that is not stable, because families vary.
Okay.
If there are families that you will come to, you will see that even the male children can cook. There are families you come to, you see the boy child doing every other thing that the female child can do. So it depends on families.
But what's the ratio?
Exactly what I was about to say. It's like
Well,
1
Is it
in 10.
10?
Well, the way the boy child and the girl child is designed, their brain is the same.
Exactly.
Definitely.
Brain capacity is the same.
Exactly.
But we know that their strength is not the same. So in terms of physical strength, so just like you said, in a society believes that normally if a boy child is to carry out some strong things, a girl child carries out soft things. Because even right from the beginning in the Bible, it is still said that they are the weaker vessel. But then the weaker vessel does not mean that they cannot handle some strong things. So just like you said, in society, we allow the boy child to handle some strong things. Even in jobs, there are jobs like driving of caterpillar, lorry. There are some climbing to tap for wine tappers. Is mainly done by men.
Okay.
But then we try to allow ladies to do some soft kind of jobs. It is not like it is written anywhere. It's just that there are families that, based on their own upbringing, also bring up their own younger ones, like the way they were brought up.
Okay.
But I believe that you are putting it out there so that maybe we can strike a balance on how it is done.
Okay.
But it is not as though maybe the boy child is supposed to be in the parlor, so to speak, while the girl child should be in the kitchen cooking.
Okay.
Anybody can cook.
Anybody can cook.
Do you
But
get?
typically
Exactly.
in an African home, you know how these things go.
Okay.
We are being told that, like, we even see these things happening, where there are certain kind of house
Chores.
chores, that is relegated just for the ladies.
Yes.
There is no amount of how free you are as a guy that you see yourself doing that. Even funny enough, sometimes the fathers even encourage those things. You get like maybe go sweep the house or go like going to the market, for instance. I know where you're coming from. I know men is designed to do those hard things, like the ones that the women cannot do.
Yeah.
But that's still a yardstick for men not to get involved in the soft things, like you say.
Yes.
Like going to the market, making lists, you understand, and getting involved to knowing some little house chores. Because a typical African home, you go there, you hardly see guys venture into things. You even hear things like a girl child that is older than the brothers, right? She will still be the same person washing their clothes,
Sweeping their house, their
sweeping,
rooms, cleaning.
cleaning the room and all that. And even to her, because she has been programmed like that, to
She doesn't
her,
see it as
she
anything.
doesn't see it as anything. Now, if you take it down into maybe, let's say, 10 years into it, or when they are all grown, you will now start seeing the side effect of those things on those guys.
Yes.
Physically, they can do the physical things that an average man should do, but there are some basic things, like you wake up from your house, you're living alone, you can't even dress your room with all your full strength and your full chest.
Yeah.
You can't lay your bed, you can't wash your plates. You understand? I know some guys, they will be seriously hungry, full stuff in the kitchen,
Yes.
they will be there waiting. It's either they wait or they go outside. So I just feel what we are just trying to see here is how we can encourage people to give same access to both, genders. So if I'm raising a child, as I'm taking my male child to the field to see how tough this life is and what you face, I want to take the female with me. This is exactly how this thing is. If my wife is taking the female,
Yeah.
take the male too. Let them see how this thing. Hey, what's up? I would like to even draw a timetable. Nkechi, today you go clean. Boy, tomorrow
Yeah.
you do the cleaning. Because at our formative years, like for children, the formative years of any human being, that is the best place you can get the best from anybody. If you miss that formative years, it's just like
hard.
encouraging till they leave this earth.
Yeah, I get what you mean,
You get-
but it should not take the place of, you can mix it up. You can say, because there are families you come into, they are only boys.
Yes.
Like in my own family, we are just 4 boys.
Okay.
Out of the 4 boys, there is nobody that cannot do what a female can do. We were raised that way.
That's the credits to the
Our mom.
your mother.
Your
Yes.
mom.
Now, if you come into a house where you have only girls, there is no way you can tell me that the ladies cannot do what seemingly guys can do.
Yes.
But you know that thing you're saying now, if they don't bring it to their notice, they might not be able to even do those things.
It depends on the parents.
That's
Which is what we're here.
That's why we're here.
Now-
there are some home you go to now. You hardly see a girl go to either do a changeover or even
I do change over. I change even switch
But there are some females like
socket.
they won't even attempt it.
Yes. True.
Just because they've been programmed to understand that
As a
this
male
is
job.
they
Okay.
start seeing the dangers in doing it instead of doing it.
Okay.
Same goes to a male child. Going to the kitchen, start seeing the flaws of I will go and cook rubbish.
Okay.
Or I will not be able to do this thing. This thing look tedious. You get me? Just like you're into programming now, for instance, or your software stuff.
Yes.
If I want to go into your field, the first thing first, my brain will be scattered.
Yes.
Because first, I was not even programmed like this. Check my adulthood. It will take me time to sit down to understand the process you take in working.
Yeah.
So that's how it works. So if you don't go through those things, they see it as one. Jesus Christ. How you take cook stew? What do you mix to make this stew?
Yeah.
You understand?
Like, yeah.
And you be looking at no be this small thing.
Well, anyway, but there are dynamics
Okay.
to in societal growth.
Okay.
The dynamic of societal growth allows for improvement.
Okay.
So what is allowed today in our society what may not be allowed today in our society may be less allowed tomorrow and very much more allowed
As we go on.
next
Yeah.
month, yes, as we proceed. So in the olden days, you can say there are the kind of job levels that is just specially reserved for females, or there are some kind of like house chores or things in the family that are allowed, basically reserved for girl child to do, then boy child will do this other one.
Why is it like that?
Yeah, well,
He's getting
that's
somewhere.
Okay.
that's the dynamics. But if you check the families of today, you find out that parents are currently raising their children in such a way that they can easily adapt. They can, even like that's why, like I told you, that when our parents raised us, they never told us that this one is done by female.
Okay.
That when we get to school, we were taught to that anybody can do anything.
Okay.
Do you understand? But there are things ladies do. There are things men do. Now, that we allow as a boy child, that you allow a girl child to do it, does not mean you cannot do it.
Okay.
It's just like you just allow them to do it. Now, when in their absence, a boy child can do that, right?
Yes.
For instance, I can cook. If I am married and I'm with my wife, naturally, she may want to cook, but she cannot do shakara for me
Exactly.
because I can cook.
Okay.
And if she knows that if she does shakara for me, it will not work.
So if we get your point right, what you're trying to say is that in as much as we can do those female things,
Yes.
when they are around, we should allow them,
Do their thing.
do their thing.
It's like the pair grouping. In
Yeah.
Igbo language, they call it
Yeah,
Otuobo.
we are not disputing this fact, right? What we are saying is there are people who have stereotyped this thing that you see this one.
Okay.
You're speaking
I've
from
seen
the
people who they will have a female in the house with their sick body, they will still allow them
to cook.
to cook.
You just say it's like it's their work.
Work.
Okay.
They don't give you work, assign you say this
Like
one.
this is so. Even if you're very tired,
okay.
even if you cannot
I
climb
don't
the
know
stairs,
if you can
you have
put
to
this
cook.
down. There are some typical African dads that, let's say the man closes from work, let's say by 5 or let's say 6, or the woman coming by 7 or 8 or thereabout. Now, you often see men who come back from their work. At least they both left the house. Now the man is coming back first, let's say 6 or thereabout, and this man is hungry, knowing fully well that the wife that is coming back too might be hungry and tired.
Yes.
Now we have food in the freezer. You're not even cooking, no.
Okay.
You're just going to either
Warm the
bring the
food.
food or heat the food up and hair.
Okay.
But these typical African men or Nigerian men,
Yeah.
we sit back, relax, wait for that woman to go and come back.
No, I don't think it's typical of an African.
It is.
It is.
African
It
man.
is.
It is.
No, there are. In
This
fact,
is
if
something
you-
I see every
It
day.
is.
you put it
In
in the
fact, it's
ratio.
endemic here.
More here.
I'm telling you. I'm telling you
Hi.
that this man will sit down, cross his leg
Leg.
with the hunger. Oh.
Wait.
Be watching
In Nigeria,
football.
for instance,
Bro, are you coming from
I-
under the rock?
21st century.
Oh Lord.
I say
In fact,
they will
it
sit
is-
down, wait patiently. These women will come back, still
Drop
go
her
to
bag
drop their
and
bag,
then
still go to the
enter the
kitchen
kitchen
and
straight
run
up.
the stuff.
Okay, in a rare case, when it is like that, if you check very well, you can see that either maybe the man was raised differently.
That is
That is
exactly
what we are saying.
talking about.
That is what we are talking
so we are
about.
trying to get a society where you don't see these things as these people's role to play.
So
No,
when
I
you
know
are
they
in a
will say- I know
situation
people will come now and
where
say, people will come now and say, it's the role of a man to provide,
and the woman to nurture and
all that.
take care.
But the
Okay.
truth of the matter, in as much as a man is to provide, a woman to provide. Provision come in different form.
Okay.
Yeah, there are major provision a man will take on. There are other sub provision that a woman will do. You understand? So to me, I don't feel, woman, you must be this, you must be that. A man's work is to go and, they say a man's typical work is to go and work,
bring
provide for
the
your
money.
family and all that. But that does not negate that you have to neglect some physical things you could see.
and can you do for yourself?
You get to train a woman and you have trained a society. But if you train a man, you only train an individual. How true is this statement?
You know why we stress this aspect of saying that women, because it make it look like women are more committed to family activities than men are. Now, we need to also balance it
Okay.
so that the same way we are making men to get active in the areas where we want them to get active, we should also know that in the aspect of females, there are also areas where females should get active.
Okay. Yeah.
That females are not even
Active at all. Yeah.
Okay.
because men take their time being active in the things that if female we are to join them and get active in, they will have more time to even get active in what female they are expecting them to get active into. You
Okay.
understand? Now let me give you an instance.
Okay.
Let's say I have a job and I am the breadwinner of the family,
Okay.
and maybe my wife has a business. Now, my wife might be a kind of person that she doesn't want to quit her job. She just likes the job for the sake of,
Of the job.
being busy.
Okay, being busy. Okay.
Do you understand? So I majorly I don't look at her money, right? So I make sure that everything is awesome in the house.
house.
So when I come back, I may be coming back to see everything set because I'm working hard out there.
Okay.
But because of her own goals and dreams, that she feels that she needs to,
Okay.
she doesn't want to be a housewife,
Okay.
which is understandable.
Okay.
But then if I come back to the house and I feel like I have been doing things out there and coming back, I need to be attended to. Now, perhaps maybe my wife is busy out there. Maybe even I may even come back before my wife.
Okay.
Because there are sometimes people business grows to the extent that they are no longer available.
Yes.
You understand? So if I come back like that and my wife comes back after me, and I'm not able to maybe do some kind of things that my wife expects me to do, like playing her role, when I've already played my role. So which role is my wife playing?
Now
Is
you
my
see-
wife trying to play my role with me?
Now you see, I see where your narrative is going. But the thing is, sometimes I feel we are not even supposed to see.
You see the way
women
he's
as
even
our
talking
wife.
about. See the way he's
Eh?
even talking about roles.
Yes, roles. See, I don't want us to see women like our wife. If imagine that woman as a friend,
Okay, if
what will you in a typical? Let's understand this thing. I know one thing. If that woman should be back before me,
yes,
she wants to make sure as I'm coming back home, yeah, let me feel this. Oh, my woman is. Oh, I have food on the table. This is set and all that. Don't you think if you do same to her, it will make her feel better too?
Yeah, but
sometimes
then
they will
for
not
how
say.
long?
Sometimes they will not. It's not as if it's a continuous. It's just to have that sense of responsibility.
Can I say something?
You get?
Let me paint this picture.
Okay.
You're not married. You are maybe single. You have a house.
Okay.
You go to work outside,
Yes.
and you come back. You are doing, like you said when you were talking about having a wife. You are providing. You
Yeah.
are doing your role. You're playing your role out, and then when you come in, you are not expected to play the role of a wife too,
Yes.
because your wife is not around. Okay, taking the you are not married, you go out and you come back tired, hungry.
Yes.
You cook your food. Abi, you go out and go and buy food.
Then why did I marry?
Okay, so the role of your wife is to cook
Is
food
to
for
cook
you,
for you.
and prepare it for you for
What
you
is
to
the
be
role
around.
of a woman to a man?
So I just feel.
Oh
see,
my goodness.
Why was a woman created?
The truth is,
Oh,
I know.
okay,
If we go,
so I like where this is
yeah, I
going.
know if we take it from the Bible says it's okay. I will make you a helpmate.
A helpmate.
Now the thing is, being a helpmate doesn't necessarily mean you.
It's not you are
cannot
coming to take the
do
responsibility from him.
You get.
You are helping him.
Because if you put it this way,
That is
How
what
can
the
you-
Bible
no,
is saying.
Yes, then how can you
the
help
truth
me without knowing how to help
one
me?
is with your statement now.
Yes.
It will be difficult to stay with a career woman. Let's
Except
say-
you want your wife to be a full-time wife. No
Yes,
problem.
because
Full housewife. You get women
look
like
at
that.
a woman who wants. See, I believe in the school of thoughts where I want to see women flourish in all, area of life. If you want to be a doctor, you want to take a hair. I love that. I want to see women strive. I don't want to be that kind of guy who say, I'm going to hold on. No. You get. So if you now find yourself a woman who is into such thing, what do you now do?
Okay, if I find myself in that kind of situation,
Because now let's say before you go in, let's assume all of these things are happening and there's a child in the house. Are you seeing where this whole thing they come from? Because children learn not from what we say, but from what they see us do.
yes.
So let's say you have a junior
Okay.
around, and this is your own typical way of approaching this thing, that okay, when I come back I'll just relax. Junior is watching. What junior know that if daddy comes back, I've not seen my father in the kitchen before.
Okay.
Are you seeing this? You see this thing now is now being a mental stuff. You as the woman, even as much as you are dragging junior to the kitchen, junior is looking at your father, the father.
Yes.
Are you seeing this thing?
Yes,
So
yes.
even if junior can even know how to cook, junior might not be a better husband.
Okay. Let me say
It's
something.
crazy.
Yes.
Okay,
It is
personally,
crazy. Because
personally,
junior is watching.
Yes.
personally, I'll tell you for certain
Yes.
that since I was born until I lost my dad is late.
Oh.
I never
soul.
saw my dad in the kitchen.
Okay.
Okay.
It's
But
understood,
did
yeah.
he stop us 4 boys from learning how to cook?
No, that's
I
why
put it to
I
you.
just said it now, that the mother can bring you to the
dragging.
kitchen and all that. You will learn all those things.
Yes.
But it will not still have an impact. The impact I'm talking about now is children learn from what they see. Now,
Yes.
the narrative I'm trying to create here is I want a system where a husband will actually be a friend, not just
Okay.
a husband.
Yes.
So when I know that this woman has maybe woken up in the morning, prepare the kids, do this, do that, still even make food for me before leaving, and I'm coming back home before this woman.
Okay.
Common sense supposed to tell
I
me
will
No,
not-
say,
I won't
there's
feel-
nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with
and that's
that.
what I'm saying now. You
That-
should
it-
be
you
able
know-
to fill in that role where you help this.
That's why I wanted to say something. See what I want you to
Some of our
understand.
parents
Is
have some of
in you see in family relationship,
yeah.
there is no formula. If you want to say
But
you want
there's
to go by,
standard.
yeah, there is a standard. But if you go to every family, you find out that there is usually more or less like a rearrangement in formula arrangements. Do you understand? Now, how your family do things may be different from how my family do things.
Okay.
But if it works for me, it may not also work for you guys.
Okay.
But if it works for you, it's fine. Do you understand?
Okay.
Now, you can come to a house where the mother is the breadwinner and they are not quarreling,
Sure.
not quarreling with the husband. You understand? And it's working very well for them. Sometimes you can even come to a house where the as the mom, the female is the
Okay.
breadwinner, the guy is in the house taking care of things, making sure. When we hear about people like Okonjo Iweala, when we hear their name more than the name of their husband, it does not mean that their husband is not having things going.
Definitely, they have
You
things
understand?
going. Yeah.
So, but it was a man that has to also push him. I mean, push her from behind like that.
That's because
Project her.
the man was having the right mentality.
Do you understand?
Not negating that this woman should be delegated to this. Because
Exactly.
if you see a career woman, my dear, forget all these people who sit down and they are less busy gossiping. They don't, if you see somebody who is pushing, a lady who is pushing, I always say this. I think we had something like this conversation at a time. Like, if you see a lady who is all after her goals and all that, and you want to come into, if you look at it and ask yourself, can I really be the person that will push this lady to the next level, or stop or kill that dream?
I feel
You
some
get?
guys are scared of women progressing.
Yes, I agree with
I
you.
think I've seen yes.
Yes, people
Do you know
who
that
are
50%
jealous
of
of their partner.
do you know
Yes.
that in fact more than 70% of ladies, more than 70% of ladies, when they are so successful, they don't have time for family. Like,
No,
I disagree with you.
No. See,
Do you understand?
I disagree
I think
No,
the
with
right, no,
you.
the
let me
right-
bring it down
The right
for you.
way to say that is when you see a lady who is self-made, maybe through her lonely time without nobody around her. Now, what they do is not about family. They just feel that a man should not come and spoil what they've been able to build. Now, the thing with men is you feel those women don't really want to. But what those guys are doing, they are looking at people who can, or a man who can fill that role to bring her to her full potential. See, these people are very intelligent.
okay,
If a woman if you come close to a woman, or a woman come close to you, it doesn't take her much to know if you will support what she's pursuing.
okay.
You
There's
get me?
something I
So
want to
for
say.
men see those things as because she don't make money now, because she don't make money.
Okay.
But what she's trying to tell you is, are you sure you can?
They always just have
I don't know if you're getting
they
that.
always you guys always just have this idea. I think it's something that has been programmed into some guys growing up.
Okay.
Like you're always saying you are the head of the family. You're supposed to do this. This is your role. You're supposed to do this and this. A woman is supposed to do this and do this and do this. You understand? And so when you come into the society and you see you marry a wife, people are from different backgrounds. You marry a woman who, in her own family, she's trained you can be anything.
Yes.
You can achieve anything. And then
Yes.
when she comes into the home of this man who has been told a woman is supposed to be like this and like this.
Okay.
And then the woman wants to like, she has been trained you can be anything. The woman wants to actually achieve her dreams. She has listed a whole lot of things that she wants to be in life.
Yeah.
And then she comes into the home of a man
Okay.
who is not ready, who doesn't even want to have it.
Okay.
A lady
okay.
being a CEO of, or maybe one of the board members of a bank, or a very big institution like a national treasure and all of that.
Yeah.
They start from saying derogatory words like,
Okay.
is it because you are now making money?
Okay.
In fact, it's like you're going to even stop this work you are doing. Come and sit down and take care of the home. So before, while she was working, she wasn't taking care of the home.
Okay.
While she was working, she wasn't contributing. She wasn't being the wife you want her to be.
Okay.
You know, guys just have these preconceived ideas. Not all of them do.
Not
Yeah,
all.
exactly.
But most of them just have these preconceived ideas like, this is what a woman is supposed to do. And when you see this girl or this lady overreaching, like, you know, you feel she's doing too much. You want to clip her wings.
Okay.
You want her, you want to stop her from,
Okay.
you know.
I would like to add something to what you're saying.
Okay.
Can I go on?
No,
Yeah,
of
you
course
can.
you can.
Okay. In a relationship, the reason why we have red flag is because it will guide you to know how to choose your partner. Now, what is red flag to you might be different from what is a red
flag
flag
on that
to
person.
someone else. That's why different people have their different deal breakers.
Yes.
Do you understand? So people are wired differently. If you have been opportune to experience them, you can tell the one that actually can fit in to that way you were raised.
Okay.
You don't really have to.
No,
But
exactly.
you know, yeah,
but
but
it was
you
a
know that-
statement
but-
you made. That's why
Let
we
me
are
land.
actually
But you know,
Let me land.
but you know that most times, or where we are coming from, maybe
Yes.
not now, but where we are coming from, it was not easy for ladies to choose their partners.
Yes.
You are just
It was not
groomed.
easy.
Yes.
Yes,
You are just
just groomed
groomed.
to be a
Your
wife.
father and your mother will tell you, okay, there's this guy that is coming. And they
Okay.
just parag like that.
And wagging to the.
You enter into the marriage. And when you come and get into the marriage, you see that this is not actually
Yes,
what I
yes.
want.
I think
Okay.
So
in those
what?
days,
So
it was
what you're
like-
trying to
Okay.
say is
In those
right
days.
now,
Right now.
women
Okay.
have a better chance of choosing their
Yeah,
partners.
the
Okay.
right partner.
So
yes,
that's when
yes.
this thing you're talking about will work.
Okay.
Like I'll go with a guy. I'll be like, okay, this person is the kind of person that will support my dreams or not.
It's just like the popular go 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 that are singing. The true story in that aspect is that the king's daughter kept refusing suitors. Nki Zabia Oju. Nki Bo Abia Oju. Nki Tabia Oju. Do you understand? So there should be a point where you say, okay, this is 80%. Maybe the rest of the 20%, we can work it out.
Me, I feel the male child is with the way the upbringing is going, they are at an disadvantage. At a disadvantage, sorry.
Okay.
You know, because I just feel the female child is giving all the attention, you know, giving all the training, giving all the, and then a male child is just told to be a man. Like,
You know,
what does it mean?
Like that part. See, that part of being a man is the same thing we see from our growing days, where you hardly see a dad have a heart-to-heart conversation with the son, and maybe looking at the son and tell the son that sometimes it's not the way you see it, because these things come with what they hear. You get me?
Yeah.
What they hear. I am this kind of guy who I don't want to bug anybody. Like if you're in my life as a woman, I don't want to even. I might be going through stuff, and I know I can reach out to you, but I just don't want to disturb you.
Yeah.
Now, to me, I'm looking at it like it is a man's duty,
Man is not a
you know,
storyteller.
to figure out these things. And but I just feel another way why sometimes they just want to be a man is a man will only come to open up to you if you know solution can come out of it. If I'm coming to share anything to you as a woman, and I know typically that solution will not come out, they will not say anything. See, 99% of what men are wired is solution. If you come to a man now, you as a lady, if you come to me now and you start narrating or telling me a story or want to complain, the first thing my brain will be driving at is the solution. So if you come now to start just telling me about, you know, how I went, this is our estate, so you're working for the road, I will not start looking at sympathizing with you or trying to, you know, pamper you. What my head will be telling me is, okay, Shina water, why not wait or change the shoe you wear? That is how men are wired. But over time, we are being taught to allow, when the women talk, we should allow them air their mind, be soft to them before you proceed to the solution part.
And
So
then,
me, if I'm coming to meet a woman now and be like, want to be this man up, I'll look at you. Is this lady in the right capacity? You see the thing now. That's what a man is. Okay, if I'm sharing this thing with you, because before I even share with you, I know what you're able to do. I know your capacity. So when I look at you and be like, this person capacity no reach to actually be, it's waste of time. That's what a man is looking out for solutions to problem.
and men are
So that's why sometimes they hold it to themselves.
men are solution driven.
Yes.
You get, but I get what you mean, where it looks like they are left behind. Then the female child is built, ready to face.
Mentally, emotionally.
Yes, I get.
And the fact that when you're talking about the societal ills, like, some people feel, yes, I know it's true. A lady, she can be, because she's weak, a guy can accost her on the road and
Yeah,
rape
exactly,
and all of
yeah.
that. And then sometimes when a gate man or someone that just live, maybe your neighbor, can actually rape your child and all of that. So a lady is told, when someone is touching you, when you come back, tell your parents, or someone is touching you, shout, scream, all of that. But a male child is not told this. And I've heard stories, I've seen where
Yes.
male children are molested from when
Exactly,
they are
that's
very
true.
young, maybe by their house help or their mother's sister or their mother's friend and all of that. And they
will not
hold
say
it
anything,
in.
yeah.
They grow with this mentality, they grow with this idea, and you just find messed up people in the society. And because I cannot talk to anybody, I mean, as a male child, that's when I said, be a man. Sometimes you don't have to hold, you don't have to, be too strong. I know the society has made it look like you are carrying the weight of the world on your head. You cannot talk to anybody. Just be trudging on and just be. Don't lose guard.
So
Those kind of
what do you
things.
think? What do you think
See,
parents can do better?
Yes, I think like a man, or even as a mother or a father, you can just bring your male children. You should be someone. You should be their best friend. Just like your mom as a lady, your mom or your dad can be your best friend. My dad, I'm very close to my dad, maybe because I'm the first daughter, so I'm always close to him and all of that. But growing up, like getting to this age, I've found that even my mom, like, if something happened to me, I just want to call her face and tell her, like, mom, you see this situation, see this thing. But it's hard for a male child to go through something and be like, I can call my mom. I'm not telling. I'm not.
Sure I've even done that.
It's not. I'm not trying to womanize you.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to change you to be a woman. It's a woman's thing. No. I'm not trying to let you know that you are not alone. No. In this world, you are not alone. Okay, apart from the area of doing chores or, don't stereotype the job for a female. Even as a human being, you are not existing alone. One tree cannot make a forest. In this life, you need people.
Yeah.
So as you are growing, as you are trying to be the best, as you are trying to provide, as you are trying to be strong, you are trying to do, know that there are people around you who want to hold your hand
Okay.
and just help you.
The same.
So you are saying they should open up more.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh.
And
I think the best
and
way.
it's not every time. A problem shared is half solved.
Okay.
It's not the one that you go and tell an aproko and they'll go and be spreading your story around. Someone you can trust. Someone who this one is your paddy. Whether a guy or a woman or anybody, share. Let people know that as we are showing you concern, we are concerned about your this thing. You also see us as people who you can talk to when you are in any situation.
Okay.
God will just help parents out there. There's something I read online. I even watched the court case and all that. A 12 years old girl who suffocated the cousin to death because of phone.
Yeah, I saw that.
Because of phone.
Yes. Now, let me explain this. The 12-year-old girl allowed the 8-year-old girl fall asleep, took the pillow, took the blanket, and pressed it on this 8-year-old girl till she died. And the next thing she did was to arrange this lady, the 8-year-old girl, making her look all, how do they
That
call it?
she's
How
sleeping.
dressed up like she's sleeping and all that, covered her properly, I know. So the next morning, they woke up and they discovered that that girl was dead and all that. So the grandma had to go. I think they came for holiday. The two. The grandma had to go to the CCTV.
So what if there was no CCTV?
Now that is where the question is coming from. Now the question is, that 12 years old girl is under two adults, or if not two adults, an adult is in her life.
Do you
Like
understand?
you thought about
Now,
as a child, 12 years old, you know that
Exactly.
to carry a pillow and put it on someone's face,
12
and the
years.
girl will be struggling,
That's
and
how
you
she's
hold
watching.
on to
now
it.
why
knows
would
what
she
she's
do
watching.
it? Why would she do it? Because she has seen it somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
When you are
Let
when
me
you
have my
are
talk.
when you are talking about children carrying phones, we should also look into that. At what age should
child
a boy child and a girl child be
get
allowed
access
to
phone.
carry phone, and who regulates what and what they see
see.
with the phones?
For a parent watching, the only thing I would say is be a friend to your children. You see, I always say this. I want to be that father that will call my son and hold my son's hand and take my son to a club.
Okay.
You see, there are levels to parenting. Do what work for you or what you feel. Me, I want to be the first to introduce my children to a lot of things. Correcting a child is not enough, but giving them the knowledge.
Call a spade a spade.
Yes, giving them that knowledge to understand. If a child spill this water and you're beating the child, do you know what I feel? Instead of beating the child at the spill water, let them understand why. Why? Because
Why they should not do it again?
just give them the why. If you can't tell them why, don't discipline them. Because it's the why. Now that why they change people. Now that why go stick forever.
Okay.
Yes, I think at this point.
All right, so at this point,
Precious.
yes, if we leave those people, they will keep talking. I don't even know if I'm the host again or they are, but I'm sure you enjoy this. So the long and short of everything we are saying is, in a parent should be able to, strike a balance between the upbringing of a male child and a female child. Expose them to everything.
Yeah.
Let them know everything they are supposed to know, everything they're supposed to do in order to build a more balanced society. And don't try to make a lady a man or make a boy child a woman. Just try to teach them what to do. And then so when they come into the society, we have responsible adults out there.
I love that.
So we've come to the end of today's session. I hope you enjoyed it. We want to hear your input. We want to know what you think about this. And then you could also give us suggestions on what to talk about the next time. Until we'll come your way next week. Bye.
Bye.
Hello.
Bye.